Oh, right back to the channel. I got a confession to make, and don't tell my wife. I've been binge watching 90 Day Fiance. You know, when you're an expat and you're over here in the Philippines, you know, sometimes you miss home and you're clicking through those channels. Give me that remote. Give me that remote. And when no one's around late at night, sneak, sneak, sneak. I go right in there and I put on TLC and I watch 90 Day Fiance. But now that it's over, I've got to watch before the 90 days. They got me hooked. They got me hooked, man. So I've been binge watching the last couple of days, getting into it. Sad to say. Sad to say. Don't tell my wife. And don't tell my son. No. But anyway, you know, I really get caught into it because somehow I identify with these people because that happened to me. So it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of like remembering, you know, when I was going back and I met my wife and she hung up me, video call, she hung up on me. No, she hates me. No, call me back. No, call me back. Did you get my package? Is she a scammer? Don't tell my wife that. I thought she was a scammer. But anyway, you know, you're watching this and it's like I'm vicariously living through these people and I'm like, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. But anyway, you know, it's such a popular show and I'm a sucker. You know, they've sucked me into it. And, you know, especially since I'm in the Philippines now, and of course I married a Filipina. So I'm sort of stuck onto these stories about love connection, you know. And so this one, I don't know, it's a very unique love story. And you can see it right here, right? It's between Big Ed and Rosemary. And so they look very different, but yet they're in this connection. Now, I don't know if I would put my love, you know, on TV. Can you imagine? I can barely handle my marriage off camera. On camera, that would be a total disaster. The people texting you, hey man, I saw what happened today. Good luck. You bastard! You bastard! I'd be like, ah! So, you know, anyone who could do this, I don't know. But anyway, let's get down to the details, the nitty-gritty details of the love connection 90 days before the 90 days and before the 90 days. So here we go. So we got Big Ed, and here we go. Big Ed is 53. He's in California. He's a pretty successful guy. From what I can tell, he's a interior decorator. And he's been sort of raising his daughter and helping his daughter for a very, very, very long time. And now he's doing it, you know, for himself. He's you know, we'll go through this in a few seconds. And this is where you got to be a little careful, especially in these long-distance love affairs. Yeah. You know, and I went over that in the last video, so you can check that out, you know, about how I feel about that and how you navigate that. But, you know, he's like a lot of American men. He's sort of older. He's been divorced once. He has a kid. It's a grown kid. You'll see that later. And he seems to be a pretty nice guy. The one thing you'll notice, and maybe that's why he was chosen, I really don't know, is that, you know, you can tell, like, where's his neck? Okay? And so that's like the first thing you notice about the poor guy. You're like, where's his neck? And he just looks like an eraser head. You know, I don't mean to be rude, but that's what it looks like. And unfortunately, Ed has a really bad genetic condition. He's born with his neck fused, like the two vertebrae were fused. And so you gotta feel for the guy, you know. But anyway, you know, we'll see later on. I mean, the guy used to be in pretty good shape. He was kind of a macho man. I mean, not like a macho man like me, because I'm way beyond him. But he was a pretty good-looking guy, you know. And he finds himself looking for love. And this is kind of a natural thing. And so, like in the U.S., people are avoiding this, or one-night stands, and they just go through one person after another, like a conveyor belt. Hey, 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 hey. You know, one of those things, it's sad. You know, people just eat each other up on these conveyor belts of love. Conveyor belts of love. They just go eat them up. It's emotionally draining. So how many, he said he hasn't really been with anyone. Unfortunately, he kind of messed up his first marriage. He said with infidelity, he was cheating on his first wife. It only lasted 2 years. But look how happy he is. Look how happy he is. He goes, this is going to be my new life. And this is what we got to talk about in a few things. So let's go to Rosemarie. Rosemarie is in her early 20s. And she looks like a really nice Filipina. She's from northern Luzon, I think Ilocos Norte maybe, a couple hours outside Manila. She's in her early 20s. I don't know her marital status. I don't know if she was married before, but she does have a child. And so they met on Instagram. You know, they met on Instagram, and he just fell in love with her. And we'll find out if she fell in love with him. And because he actually said to her, if I show up and you don't like the way I look, will you run away? And she went, I don't know. It's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. I mean, you should know if you're going to run away. Hi, Rosemary. Whoa. Gone. It's like the Roadrunner. Beep, beep. See you later. I'll be right back. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? You know, unfortunately, and because of his condition, not having a neck, you know, and he also lied to her about some things too. So let's go into this love affair thing. And so she looks like a nice, cute Filipina, you know, and this is her, you know, they're communicating over his phone, right? And Skype, I think they said in the article, Skype. And so they're, you know, you can see this relationship building and building, but you don't know what's going on. Like, what is she thinking? What is he thinking? He's going, she's hot, she's young. And is she going, I love him more. Green card, or he's got money, or do I love him? I don't know. You know, it's really hard to figure out. But when she said, I'm not sure if I'll run away, it's a long way to go. But you never know, you know, what's exactly going on here. But there is this connection. Somehow they've met. You know, and you know, as David Pomeranz, how do people fall in love? You know, it's a mystery. It's a lovely mystery. And lots of Filipinas and Americans do fall in love this way. But this one I don't know about. You know, we're going to find out before the 90 days. And this, you know, before the 90 days, this is when a lot of the anticipation and trials and things happen. That you're building up this sort of perception, this image of someone. And so he's going, she's young and she's hot. And she's going, he's an American. And is there love there? You know, each one has a perception. Now, I can speak from experience. When I met my wife, we were talking every day for hours. So I didn't, you know, I felt that we kind of knew each other. I mean, it was hours. You know, 2 or 3 hours a day. So I don't know. Hey, I got the phone bills to prove it. Hey, Priscilla, get the phone bills. It was expensive. But anyway, you know, let's continue with this. So he's met her, and this is the dangerous part, is if you don't keep a little reality, you don't keep a little bit of your feet on the ground, he just has her like sort of this image, and she's going to come with me, we're going to build a house, we're going to get a house, and blah, blah, blah. But already there's problems, because he has lied to her about his height. he says he's at least 5'1" or 2", and he's only 4'11", and he wants to get a vasectomy. Yeah, he wants to cut the, down there. Doesn't want to have kids. So, there's some trouble going on. There's trouble brewing before the 90 days, okay? That's not good. That's not good. And so he's just carrying her around with him. Like, hey, here's my girlfriend. Here's my girlfriend. Yeah. In the show, he's like just so in love. And it's so great to see that. And you hate to pop his bubble, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But it seems like she's really into him, and she really loves him. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there is this relationship going on. And so far we just know a little bit about Big Ed. And you're going to see what this guy will do for love. Man, he would do some things I wouldn't even think about. I wouldn't even think about doing them. This guy's a little... All right. And here it is. This is what he'll do for love. He'll eat a gallon of mayonnaise. This is Big Ed doing his hair in mayonnaise, baby. Yeah. I don't know about men, but I know a lot of women. My wife, I made fun of Big Ed. She goes, hey, a lot of people do that. I'm like, yeah, women. Hey, if it works, it works, And he's really making this effort. He goes, I want to look younger for her. He went out and got his hair dyed and all this stuff. And, hey, listen, the guy's going all out here, but I don't know if I'd put it on TV. And, somebody even made this sort of cartoon, Ed's hair mayo, and even goes, I smell like an egg salad sandwich. That's what he said. But you gotta love this guy. And what I see with him is that he's trying to rejuvenate his life. He's trying to I want to have fun. I want to have love. I want to, go back and fast forward to the present and make a life for myself. And that's what he's trying to do. Now, I don't know about the mayonnaise. Hey, whatever works, I guess. But this is pretty damn funny what these people did with this thing. It's pretty funny, man. And he's a funny guy. I mean, he put this on his Instagram. He lost a bet, so he's dancing around in a ballerina tutu. So, a guy that's going to do this, I don't know. I guess flying to the Philippines ain't that big of a deal. I don't know if I would do this. But he said he lost some type of bet, in his sales department. So he went around jumping around with this thing. It's pretty damn funny. You should check out his Instagram. But he's a fun guy. He is a fun guy. So you have to kind of give it to him. But mayonnaise, he should have put the mayonnaise on with the tutu. That's what he should have done. But here he is, Big Ed, the stud muffin, the studorama. Yeah, Big Ed. This guy was in pretty good shape. I mean, he still has his condition, but I mean, the guy's lifted. I mean, the guy's in pretty good shape. So, when I first saw, Big Ed, I was like, oh. And, but man, saw some of these earlier photos. I was like, hey man, this guy wasn't that bad looking guy. I mean, he had a neck problem, but, hey, the guy, I sort of said, hey, this guy's all right, And here he is the bartender stud. Yeah. Hey, ladies, what can I get for you? Yeah. Hey, man, can I have your number? This is back in the day, and you can see he's in great shape, man. So, I mean, but I guess this might have been the time he cheated on his wife, too, so. Maybe not such a good look. Maybe not such a good look for him. So, the story continues. And there he is with his daughter. I guess when she was, 2 or 3. And you can see that guy was really into physical fitness. And this is what got me scared. I was like, hey, man, I got to lose weight. But, He was in great shape too. I was in great shape a while back, but I'm like, hey man, photos don't lie. So hey, listen, no one should talk. Gotta look in the mirror. I gotta go. I'm working out now, but man, I gotta lose weight. But man, when I see Big Ed, I get a little worried. I'm like, I'm heading down a bad path. It's a bad path, man. Don't head down that path. So I'm like, whoa, Big Ed's a warning for me. But anyway, the guy was in great shape, and I was in great shape, and I was like, man. So he's a family guy, and there he is with his mother and father. He happens to be Mexican. His mother came from Mexico, and in the show, he talks to his mother, and he goes to his mother. He goes, I'm going to the Philippines. And I don't know if either one of them knows there's a lot of Filipinos that were in Mexico. I don't know if he knows that. During the Spanish days, a lot of them went over to Mexico, and some of them are still there. So I don't know. But his mother's a really nice lady, and she was telling him, okay, all right, don't bring a ring. That's what she said. All right, well, if you're committed to going, but don't bring a ring. And he went, I already bought one. And she went, So she's not saying no, and she's got to like, I don't know. Mama's blessing is not there. Mama's blessing is not there. No blessing. Not a condemnation, but no blessing. And when I went, at least my mother gave my blessing. She said, go, have a great time, meet Priscilla. I didn't get this actually, my mother lent me the money to get the ring. I didn't have any money. And so we went down to Walmart, and I bought a wedding ring. Yeah, I bought the wedding ring. Yeah, I did. And now, don't tell Priscilla, okay? But I did propose before I met her, but I said to myself, I got to see her first, or else I may beep, beep, run, drop the ring and run. But I did propose to Priscilla on the phone while she was on the bus, and she went, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I read all these things about the Philippines. They say rings are optional. They don't have it in their culture. And I went to Priscilla and I said, do you want a ring? Do you need a ring? Yeah. I guess what I have to say is, do you really want a ring? I don't have any money. She goes, oh, well, yeah, a lot of people have rings. I went, damn it. I thought I was going to get out of the whole ring thing. So I had to run down to Walmart, excuse me. I had to run down to Walmart and get a ring. I was like tapped out, And, well, you know what? I brought... No. I brought... Yeah, and getting old. Yeah, I brought the ring, and I brought it with me. It wasn't an expensive ring. It looked nice. It wasn't expensive. And Priscilla lost the ring. Yeah. So if you see Priscilla, go, hey, man, what did you do with the ring? Yeah, she lost the ring. Thank God it wasn't expensive. But, he loves his parents, and this is a nice guy. This is a good guy. This is the thing he didn't tell Rose, okay? And this is where it gets a little sticky, okay? He said he wants to get a vasectomy. No option. So if they get married, she goes, I want to have a kid. He goes, snip, snip. Sorry. Sorry. That could be a problem. Now, I guess he hasn't gotten it yet, and I guess he hasn't done it himself. So I guess it's still okay. But yeah, it's not a good thing for a Filipina, the whole vasectomy thing. We even know of a Filipina that divorced the husband because she wanted to have kids. Now, You know, it's like these spawning salmon, you know. There are powerful emotions going on. I'm saying powerful. But this is also the age gap problem. You know, he's had a kid he doesn't want to have anymore. I don't know why. But he doesn't. And she does. And so this is the big problem. And so he's telling his friend, and the friend's like, I don't know about that. Now, this is the most interesting part, okay? And this is the part that's kind of a little, I don't know. This is his co-worker, okay? I forget her name. They've been friends, really, and co-workers for a while. I think at least 5 or 6 years. And they're both interior designers. And so they're asking, you know, she's asking about, you know, Rose. How's it going? How's it going? And he goes, I'm going, man. I got the ring. I got the ring. He's like so excited. And, you know, it's so hard because I went through this too. It's so I'm walking around going, yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm in love, baby. I'm in love. Yeah. Yeah. And you got people going, hey, man, you're going to get screwed, man. And you're like, huh? And you're like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, whatever, man. The next person goes, she's nothing but a gold digger. Yeah. And you're like, oh. Then your mom says, don't go. And you're like, ah! It happens. And it's so sad to see because it happened to me. And then you go like that. And you're like, you walk the beginning of the day. You're like, yeah, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo, yeah. Yeah. And by the end of the day, they're like, no, scammer! She doesn't love you! And you're like, ah! And so she was really nice about it. And it turns out she's a Filipina. And she goes, well, I hope she really does love him. Me too. And he goes, yeah, I'm going. And she goes, well, you know, my mother is, you know, I'm Filipino. My mother's Filipina. Do you know where are you going to stay? And Big Ed is like, I'm staying at the store. And he doesn't know that's just a very small sari store. And the sisters live there, and he's going to be in one room and another, I don't know. And she goes, there's probably no running water. And you have to do a tabo. A tabo. And he's like, what? What? And she goes, and you better get your shots. They got dengue, they got hep. He got malaria. They got all this stuff. And he's like, oh. That's where the Skype relationship is pretty good. And that's, you know, when you're dealing with this, you don't really get reality. You know, reality doesn't sink in because you haven't met the person. So like in the U.S. or whatever, or even I don't know how much online dating locally goes on in the Philippines, but when you meet the person, it's like all these shattered expectations. Like, you meet the person, you're like, nah. For one reason or another, you know. I think Filipinas, though, are more welcoming. They're not as judgmental as American women. And, you know, they like American men. Now, the whole neck thing, I don't know. Could be a tough one. On that one. And the age gap. I've seen worse, but could be a deal breaker. Could be. But he saw that and he freaked out. Now, I remember when I was going to the Philippines the first time, I'm like, malaria! Ah! And I got these malaria, these like elephant pills. We call them elephant pills in the U.S. These gigantic pills like this big. And I was like, I don't want to get mosquito. And this is the first time I've told this story. One of the funniest things was we had to go to this church to get some documents or something, right? And I had to go to the bathroom. And I had to go, number 2. Don't tell her. Priscilla doesn't want this story. And so I sat down to go to the bathroom. And me with malaria, I'm like looking for mosquitoes, right? And I hear this mosquito go, bzz, bzz. I'm like, ah! I can't do anything. I can't run. I'm like, ah! It's like, damn it. Oh man, I was so paranoid with the mosquitoes, you know. And you see Filipinos going, don't worry about it, I'll be okay. And so when he heard this, I kind of was like, yeah, I know a little about what he's talking about. So he's kind of rethinking this. I mean, you see, to me, he should just bring the girl down to Manila. And man, going all the way to Locos Norte someplace, not really sure about that. But anyway, she's like, I hope it works out. And she's like, I don't know about this. And but this could be the biggest problem of all. There's somebody else in his life. A serious somebody. His dog. He loves his dog. If you go to his Instagram, I didn't put it down. He's got this like little doggy carrier for going on a motorcycle or something. I don't know. He put it in a backpack. I don't know. But anyway, he loves his dog. He's got his dog going everywhere. So I hope Rose is a dog lover, okay? Because this is what we got going on here. But, you know, he's a really good guy. You know, he goes down to Mexico. He helps poor kids out. And this is what on his Instagram, he goes down there and he helps them out, donates money and his time. He's a really sincere, nice guy. So I really, I'm joking here and stuff, but I really hope that it does work out. He got a love connection. Yeah, love. There's nothing like love, So I hope he finds it. He seems like a nice guy, but dun dun dun, there's somebody else raining on his parade. His daughter. Yeah, I think she's like 28 or something, right? Seems to be an attractive woman, and the two are very, very close. He says, two peas in a pod. They're very close. And his girlfriend's younger than she is. And, man, we've seen this before in 90 Day Fiance. No, it don't work, baby. It don't work. So he's putting it on the line, man. He could lose it all. Lose it all, man. No, seriously, he could. I mean, the daughter, I've seen this, and it doesn't work out good. So his daughter's not talking to him right now. But, man, he's like, hey, I raised you. I'm on my own now, and it's time for me. It's me time. Me time. I can't blame the guy, but he deserves to have his life and time too, So, but this is the bad part. This is from the teaser, and he goes up there, he meets her, and they're in a restaurant, I guess somewhere up there in the Locos. And he says to her, I need to hear about your past. Everything about your past. And she goes, no. Nope, 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 nope. She ain't talking about it. And it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well here, okay? And he walks out of the restaurant, and she just starts tearing up and crying. And he had been a little suspicious of her, and saying that she won't talk about the boyfriend. And she said, are you still with your boyfriend? And she won't talk. She hit the Skype button. So not looking good. Not looking good there. The only thing I can think of is that, a Filipino doesn't want to talk about their history on camera, So that's not a good time to bring that stuff up. This is the first time I saw the guy being really tough. He just went, he did the Roadrunner on her. He went, and she, so that's the cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger as of now. And I'm rooting for him. But we don't know what's going to happen. And, this Sunday, so I hope you guys all tune in, because I'm going to be there. But don't tell Priscilla. Don't tell anybody, okay? I'm a secret fan. I really am. And I said, hey, listen, if I'm watching this stuff, I'm all to put a video up, but I was like, too embarrassed. Seriously. Because it's like, to me, it's like, it's kind of like a nonsense thing. But man, I'm sucked in because it just brings me back. All this stuff brings me back, baby. It brings me back. To those days when I fell in love. I'll see you next time.